Charles, what brings you to ICOE 2016?
Well, I've come here for two reasons. One is to share information, the IP that we have, and the other is to look around and find some that I can borrow and use myself.
What is it that you've developed?
Wave machine. We have a point absorber wave machine. It's in the water, connected to the grid, producing power.
When did you develop this machine?
Took 5 years, cost less than $1 million, and we're particularly proud of the fact that we have no government funding whatsoever, and unfortunately, by some people's point of view, we don't have any models, no reports. That whole overhead disappears. Our approach is the Richard Branson approach. Make it and see, and then fix it. And it seems to be that it's the best approach, because we actually have metal in the water producing power.
So you didn't go through the standard R&D process, you went straight to producing electricity?
Well, I don't know what the standard R&D process is, but I am an inventor. I'm a serial inventor, and I'm an IP broker. So I'm completely involved in that world. And inventors don't do studies. Inventors have ideas, and if they're lucky and have the funding, they build it.
Where do you go from here?
We're doing our last test next year, which will be to prove the survivability of the system, hurricane survivability. And at that point, put it on the market. And our model is that since the machines are so large, you can't build them in one country and ship them to another. The best thing to do is to build a factory in another country.
After you've done your storm testing, what do you then do?
Well, we're not sure how to go about putting it on the market, but that's our thing. We're looking for partners. Oh, yes, the partners we want are people that actually have a proven track record in building and marketing renewable energy machines. So basically, we would be looking at wind and solar people who would be interested to move into the very best of the renewable resources, which is waves.
What makes your device different to some of the other things?
It's not. This is clearly my characterization of it is it's a 19th century mechanical device. It's got gears and chains and push rods. It's completely simple, easy to fix. It's just welded metal and proven methods.
But why this approach?
Well, the approach is that my wife said, listen, we should do something with renewable energy. And we were at the summer cottage, and she said, let's try putting in solar collectors. And I know that that's not a good thing to do in Canada because it's only 1,250 hours a year of solar. And I woke her up in the middle of the night, brought her out and said, look at that. And she's looking, and she says, what am I looking at? And I said, you're looking at the waves. And she said, oh yeah, they're there. I said, yeah, they're running all night. And then I did a calculation, and the waves run 80% of the year at a minimum, compared to solar, which is running 15% of the year. So clearly there's a big advantage there. Would you rather have something that runs for 15% of the year or 80% of the year? It's an easy one. So then I thought, oh, I'll just build a wave machine. Well, pardon me. What I first thought was I'll buy one. And I went on the internet and phoned up these companies, and they all said, who are you? Why do you want to buy this? I go, well, because I want to have a wave machine. And they don't have any to sell. It's all this government programs with studies and modeling and this whole kerfuffle. And I went, well, gee whiz, I just want to buy the machine. And I couldn't. So I thought, well, I'll just make one. Can't be that hard. That was 5 years ago, and I have gone through a number of things. But clearly the point absorber approach is the simplest and most direct.
Thank you, Charles.